Sorry, I had to fill in. So a couple of things. If you're going to play a spring sport, you need to sign up. You keep dilly-dallying around, you won't be able to get to the venues for the various things that you want to do. Today is February 4th. If you're going to play on the golf team, you should report at the top of the stairs for just a couple of minutes to meet the coach today. If you're not currently involved in a winter sport, you can begin to play golf. If you brought your stuff, but if not, you can meet the coach and he'll give you the lowdown on sort of what the weekly schedule will be. If you're in track and you're not currently involved in a winter sport, you should meet me at the Vans at 2:55 today. Swimming is already going for those that are involved in that. That's a daily shuttle. Softball is currently started. For lacrosse this week, it'll be a little dicey because tomorrow we have a triple-header soccer match situation. So all fields are full. So you should go to report to the outside of the edge of the softball field. Stay out in the outfield, probably for this week, till soccer wraps up. So that's all the news fit to print on the Jockdom area. Okay? Again, sign up for spring sports. Don't put it off. Thank you.
Morning. This last weekend I had the pleasure with Senor and Senora going to the JSA Winter Congress with 19 York students. We took home 6 of the 19 Golden Gavels that were available.
Including special kudos to Mary Joplin and Christina Cook. They are the first women at York JSA to ever get a Golden Gavel. So.
In Mr. Hall's footsteps, I have the golden Snickers for the Golden Gavel winners. So if they want to meet me just outside after break, I've got Snickers bar. Congratulations.
There's some great momentum with JSA right now. I hope you'll join us for upcoming JSA meetings and spring state in Santa Clara a little later.
Yeah, that'll be April 26th and 28th. So put it on your calendars now. It'll be pretty awesome. And also for other JSAers, tomorrow is another meeting. We'll be reviewing Winter Congress and talking about some really fun stuff. So be there.
Sophomore course planning, looking ahead to next year. Course planning this afternoon, today in the chapel at 3 o'clock from 3 to 4. If you were absent last week for 9th grade rising sophomore course planning, you can join us. So this is for rising juniors. Parents at home, you're welcome to join us. If you have a sporting event, you're excused. There's a makeup session on Tuesday, February 19th, but otherwise we'd like to see as many sophomores as possible here today. Miss Masson and I will be talking to you about everything you need to know for next year. Thanks.
Hello.
Good morning.
Hi, I'm Jacob, Mr. Udis, and I'm go ahead.
So we have 3 announcements regarding APs. Number 1, if you are currently enrolled in an AP course, or at one point on your schedule it said you were in an AP course, I need you to stop by my door this week by Friday and initial next to your name that those are the AP courses you are currently enrolled in and you will be taking the AP exam for. I'm going to be ordering exams in the coming weeks, so I want to make sure we don't charge your parents for an exam you are not taking. Second, if you are not in an AP course that we offer here at York, but you are interested in taking the AP exam, you need to set up a meeting with Mr. Raymond, whether it's in person or via email, and get approval from him to take that AP exam. Once he approves it, I'll put your name on the list and we will order the exam for you. So even if we don't offer the course, there is a possibility you can still take the AP exam here at York, but you first need approval from Mr. Raymond. And then third, anybody enrolled in an AP course needs to meet Mr. Hudis and I outside by the flagpole after break to get your AP bulletin with all of the rules and regulations regarding AP exams. All right, thanks.
Thank you.
Good morning. If you're enrolled in the Health and Fitness Theater class with Deanna, I will be Deanna today while she is away. So find me at the normal space for Health and Fitness dance. Thank you.
Quick reminder to seniors especially, turn in any service hours that you've completed so far. Seniors, you have until the end of February to have at least 10. If you've done more than that or planning on doing more than that after, keep going and all the way up until the week before graduation. But 10 before February 28th.
Well, this weekend is our Winter Arts Festival. Starts at 1:30 on Saturday with the concert in the gym, the band, the jazz band, the orchestra, and the combined band and orchestra. And then following the music concert, there'll be an exhibit of several of you young artists' work at the Gallery Knife 501 down below the upstairs art room. That's Saturday, 1:30. Don't miss it. This past weekend was the Central Coast Section Honor Choir. They did fabulous work, so I want to send kudos out to Noah Reeves, Nat Perry, Katie Osik, Morgan Ewing, Sam Griffin Ortiz, Devin Hubert, Josh Reeves, Audrey Muster, and Emma Finch. Congratulations. I also now have the list of York students who have been accepted to the Monterey Jazz Festival honor groups, and it's pretty darn impressive. First, Chana Kim made it into the middle school band. He might be the first person we've ever had in the middle school honor band. Good luck. The following have been selected for the All-Star, the high school All-Star band: Nick Newman, Brendan Martin, Anthony Polini, Philip Delormer, and Lizzie Stanton. And 3 people have been named as alternates for the All-Star band: Katie Osik, Cameron Johnson, and Quinn Murphy. And for the first time ever, we have 4 students in the Monterey Jazz Festival honored vocal jazz ensemble. And they are Katie Osik, Sam Griffin Ortiz, Devin Hubert, and Noah Reeves.
I was barely in middle school when my parents divorced because of me. When I was 11, a particular event left me with a gaping scar that wouldn't heal for a long time. In 2008, my parents separated. The next year, they divorced. Even though it was definitely an excruciating experience for me, I learned a very valuable lesson. Just before this happened, a large cypress tree fell directly on our house due to a massive rainstorm. Although there was a fresh cypress aroma in our house, there was also a gaping hole in the ceiling of our kitchen. So, we had to move into a nearby Hilton for a few weeks. We had stayed about 3 days at the Hilton when my father began taking his belongings out of our house. I repeatedly asked him why he was doing this and where he was going, but I never received a straight answer. I thought I did something wrong to make him leave. Did I say something? Did I disappoint him? Was I just not the son he expected me to be, a responsible and honest individual? I asked my mom why he was leaving, and I still didn't get a clear answer. Watching my dad leave was so devastating. My parents' relationship had collapsed all because of me. Eventually, I learned to hide my emotions from the rest of the world. For months, I didn't talk to anyone about the divorce. I was in denial. This was only a temporary solution, though. I came to a point where I just could not handle the pressure anymore. I burst like a balloon with too much air. Sometimes I yelled at my mother for no reason. I even became violent with my younger sister. And one day, it hit me. There was no reason to be angry with myself. At that moment, I looked back at all the hardships that I had endured. The divorce, my dad leaving, my extreme stress level. I realized that all of the above actually helped me. I learned one of the most important lessons I've ever known. Life is not fair. No, I did not have the perfect childhood. I had always envisioned a life where my parents were happy together, where there was no such thing as fighting, or breakups, or divorces. I had clung on to this fantasy life for years after the divorce. This had caused me nothing but grief and pity, though. I needed to tell myself that life is not fair, and I just need to live with that, not fight it. Even now, I constantly have to remind myself that this is how life is. I will not always be satisfied with my actions or my surroundings, but all I need to do is accept it and make the best out of it.
summer, I spent 108 hours volunteering in a program called Teen Conservation Leaders at the Monterey Bay Aquarium. I joined the program because basically I badly needed the service hours, and the aquarium seemed a lot more fun than my other options. After going through 2 weeks of preliminary training, I expected that volunteering would be boring and repetitive, considering it seemed like most of what we'd be doing would just be standing there and talking to people about fish. After a while, though, I realized that I was wrong. While volunteering, I met some strange people. One of these people was this old man who just kept staring at me creepily until he finally walked up to talk to me. When he did, though, he just said, "I have a son named Liam." And just kept staring at me. Another of these odd people was a boy about my age who was very interested in the little glass tube of jellyfish that I was holding. He got so excited that he started jumping around and waving his arms while trying to convince me that the aquarium should get a jellyfish this big and have a separate me by it. When I told the other volunteers about my experiences, they told me that they also met some people like that. One girl told me about when a group of small children came through the apiary where she was volunteering, and how this one little boy decided that he wanted to put his hand in the open top of the leopard shark tank. When she explained to him that he wasn't allowed to put his hand there, he argued that he liked that water. When she showed him 2 nearby touch pools where he was allowed to put his hand, one of which shared the same water as the one his hand was in, he argued that he liked that specific water. At the end of each day, our group of volunteers began to discuss the interesting people that we'd met that day. And after a while, I realized that these people actually were interesting, and that my encounters with them actually made it fun to work at the aquarium. I realized that even though some things might seem like they'd be boring, they could actually turn out to be really interesting, and that trying new things can lead to actually having fun with new stuff, and also making new friends.
I'm Sasha, this is Victoria, we're the new co-editors-in-chief of Spork. Yay!
And there's a mandatory meeting today at lunch in the computer lab.
We're doing things much differently, so please come.
And if you can't, please find us. And if you're thinking about joining, you should definitely come to this meeting and we'll fill you in on everything.
Next.
Woo!
Thanks to everyone that participated in Freaky Friday. Seniors will get 10 points because they had 39% participation. Sophomores are getting 5 points because they had 29%. Juniors, or sorry, not sophomores, freshmen had 35%. Sophomores were third with 29%. Juniors and had 25%. 8th graders had 0.04%. And staff had 0.01%.
And then this Wednesday we're going to have what is called Lumberjack Day, which is more or less when you just dress up like a lumberjack, so flannels, suspenders, baggy jeans and stuff. And we'll be serving pancakes at lunch in the pod.
15 seconds. Soccer game tomorrow, guys. Against Carmel. Against Carmel. Everyone should show up. I mean, everyone should show up. Skip your sport. Skip your classes. Come see us play.
It's a great time of support.
Yeah, thanks.
So health and fitness signups is a couple weeks away, but I'm starting a new health and fitness this next season. It's a jiu-jitsu health and fitness, and if you're interested in it, you should join, but I will warn you guys that there's a cap at 10 people. So just letting you guys know, you should totally think about it.
There's a COSKIT meeting at lunch tomorrow in the Mac Lab, and we need artists and anyone who is interested in learning some Java programming. Yep, thanks.
AMC Math Contest is tomorrow morning. Please be at the theater by 8:15. It is tomorrow morning. You need to have checked with your B-Day period 1 and 2 teachers because you will be missing period 1 and 2. 5 seconds.
International Club, just check your emails over the next few days for news about the Chinese New Year.
We're the JSA activism coordinators, and Jimmy Carter, President Jimmy Carter, is going to be in San Francisco on the 24th of February. Tickets are $20, and you don't have to be in JSA to come. Let us know. We'll write your name down on a list and then send it to somebody.
Yeah, it's on a weekend, so you're not going to miss any classes or anything. Make sure you look into it because it's going to be really awesome. He's a cool guy.
Yeah.
So for everyone who's going to Berkeley, check your emails. I've sent you your assignments and your partners if you are in a double delegation. Also, MUN will no longer be selling hot chocolate on Friday mornings, so don't bring your money, but do bring it if you owe us an IOU.
Girls soccer also has a home game tomorrow.
All right, next student council